Hey guys, welcome to Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. I'm Kishore and today I'm going to solve a classic Sudoku created by Niverio. And just like in my previous video where I had taken a classic Sudoku which was the first ever classic created by the author, and this is also one such classic Sudoku which is the first ever classic created by the author. So hopefully you guys find it enjoyable. This is a live solve, so I'm not sure how the Sudoku is going to work, but I really hope that you guys enjoy this video just like you had fun in the previous video. The link to solve this Sudoku is given in the description of the video, and we thank the author for allowing us to make a video on this Sudoku. So let us start solving now. The rules are simple. Each row, each column and 3 by 3 box in the grid will have digits from 1 to 9. No repetitions. These are the rules, standard classic rules. And with that, I am going to solve the Sudoku. And the Sudoku is titled Lifter, right? Maybe the shape of the givens are in such a way that it resembles, a person lifting weights, or there is a totally different reason for naming it lifter. I'm not sure. Okay, 8 is in row 4, row 6, so that gives us an 8 here. Focusing on the 8s, 8 has 3 cells here, 8 has 3 cells. Okay, I think we can stop looking for 8s in other boxes. There are no more places where we can usefully place 8s. Let me jump to a different digit. Okay, maybe 7. 7 goes in one of these two cells, corner pencil mark. 7 is in column 4, column 5, so 7 goes in one of these two cells. And 7 has 3 options here. 7 has lots of options here. Okay, I'll stop searching for the 7s. I'll switch my attention to maybe 6. 6 is in row 5, row 6, so 6 goes in one of these two cells. And with the help of the 6, we can immediately get a 6 here. And that gives me a 6 in column 4, and which means 6 in box 7 has two options, can't be here and cannot be here, right? Okay, let's continue looking for sixers in other boxes. So 6 can't be in these cells, so 6 goes here, 4 options, and in box 1 it has 3 options. Okay, so I have to switch my attention to a different digit now. Maybe let me look at this column. I have 4, 8, 6, 7, 9. And if you look closely, 5 cannot be in these two cells and 5 cannot be in this cell, which means 5 has only one option left. So 5 goes here. And the remaining digits in that column are 1, 2 and 3. So which means this must be a 2, 3. And because of this 3, this must be 1 and 2, and this must be 1, 2 and 3. So where do I look at next? Okay, 4 is in one of these two cells. 4 is in row 5, row 6, which means 4 goes in one of these two cells, right? And 4 is in column 4, column 6, so 4 goes in one of these two cells. 4 in box 9 has 3 options, not going to mark that. 4 in other boxes are not interesting. Okay, so I have to look for something else here. There are lots of interesting areas. I'm a bit confused where to look for. Maybe let me switch out my style. I was making corner pencil marks. Now I'm going to write candidates inside cells, because I think that there are lots of areas where we can write very few candidates. That will help us in the solve. So we have 1, 2, 3, 9 in row 9 and 6 and 7 in box 8, which means these two cells are restricted. This can only be 4 or 8, and this can only be 5 or 8, because you have a 5 in column 5, so 5 is eliminated, and you have 4 in column 6, so 4 is eliminated. So these are the only options. And if I look at this cell, can't be 1, 3, 4, 7, cannot be 2, 8 and 9, so this can only be 5, 6. That's perfect. So we have got bi-value candidates in 3 cells. That's really nice. Okay, let's continue. Box 6. appears interesting. You have 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and remaining digits are 1, 2, 3, 7. These two cells can't take a 1, so they must be 2, 3, 7. This must be 1, 3, 7, and that must be a 1, 2, 7. Okay. Particularly this area appears really interesting to me, guys, because it's completely empty and you can see that 5 digits we can eliminate right away from these 3 cells. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 9 are eliminated, which means the remaining digits are 5, 6, 7, 8. So you have 6, 7 here, so that's a 5, 8. You have a 7 here, that's a 5, 6, 8, and this would be 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So for now, I'm not going to write more than 3 candidates inside cells because there are lots of areas where we can still make useful pencil marks. So if the Sudoku gets harder, I'll think about making more candidates. And as I was just saying that, I noticed something, guys. Even these 3 cells are completely vacant, right? Just like here, you have 3 cells here, which cannot be 5 digits. 3, 5, 6, 1 and 2, which means that these 3 cells can only be 4, 7, 8, 9. 7 is eliminated from here, so that's a 4, 8, 9. 4 and 8 are eliminated here, so that's a 7, 9. And this must be 4, 7, 8, 9, so which I'm not going to write. So let me look for some more cells which are useful. Okay, I'm going to look at these cells. They can't be 1, 2, 6, 7 and 8. So remaining digits are 3, 4, 5, 9. 4 and 5 are eliminated, so that's a 3, 9. And this must be 3, 4, 5, right? Can't be 6, 8, cannot be 1, 2, 7 and 9. So this must be 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Let's look at this cell. Can't be 3, 4, 7, 1, 6, 8. So this must be 2, 5, 9. Okay, I can make a corner pencil mark of 1 here. 1 is in row 8, row 9, so 1 goes here. Okay, so whatever I'm doing, and I don't think it's really helpful. Not sure why. There's something else I think missing here. Okay, let's look at column 1. 1, 2, 6, 7, 3, 4. So this must be a 5, 8, 9. Looking at column 1, there is no pair or triplet. Okay, let's leave that. Oh, am I seeing something here? Yes, yes, we can do something useful here, guys. This is a beautiful step, a really beautiful classic idea. I don't think, I'm not sure if this would be helpful, but let's see. Look at these 1 and 2. How do I explain this? And look at this 1 and 2 as well, which means that in row 3, one of these cells must be a 1 and 2. I'm going to highlight them because you have a 1 and 2 here. Exactly one of these cells is a 1 and 2, which we are not sure at which one. And just like that in column 7, you can't have 1 and 2 here. You can have 1 and 2 here. In fact, you should have a 1 and 2 here. It cannot be a 7. That's beautiful, guys. That is really beautiful. Can this cell be a 7? If this is a 7, this can only be 1, 2 or 7. If this is a 7, in column 7, you get the 1 and 2 here, right? But then we know that at least one of these cells are exactly, I mean, exactly one of those cells is a 1 and 2. Not at least, exactly one of these cells is 1 and 2. Which means that if you have a 1-2 pair here, then you can't have 1 or 2 here. That's beautiful, guys. A really nice step. I'm enjoying this all very much. So, which means that this cannot be a 7. So, this is a 1 and 2. And one of these cells is a 1 and 2. Let me mark that a red. So, which means that out of these 4 cells, you have 1 and 2 hidden somewhere inside. So basically 1 goes in one of these 2 cells and 2 goes in one of these 2 cells. Oh, amazing, guys. Amazing step now. So if you want to pause the video and find the step yourself, you are welcome to do so. I just spotted it, and so much fun when you see these things live, and I'm really having fun, guys, solving these kind of classics for you guys. So I'll pause myself for 3 seconds maybe. If you want to pause the video yourself, you can try to and find that beautiful digit that is lying right before us. So I'm pausing myself here. Okay, so look at this cell. I'll just remove these highlights for now. If this is 1 or 2, we know that these 4 cells will have 1 and 2 in them, right? So if this is a 1 or a 2, then whatever comes in this cell has to be in one of these 2 cells, right? If this is a 1, the 1 goes here, and if this is a 2, the 2 goes here. Simply because of the fact that these 4 cells will take 1 and 2 in them, as we just saw. So which means that if this is 1, the 1 goes here and this becomes a 2. And opposite of that is also true. If this is a 2, 2 goes in these cells, and which means this cell is a 1. So both of these cells are different from each other, which means this cell cannot be 1 and 2. Awesome. Awesome step, guys. Awesome step. Really. A really nice step. So this cannot be 1 and 2 because then both of these become same, and you will remove that particular digit from these 4 cells, which is not going to be possible. So this cannot be 1 and 2. This would have to be a 3. Superb, guys. Superb step. Really nice one. So that gives a 2 here. That gives 1 here. And now I get the 1 here. 1 has only 1 cell left. And because of this 2, I get the 2 here. And that becomes a 3-7 pair. That gives me a 2 here, which means this becomes a 1. So 3, 4, 5, 7, 6 and 8. So this is a 1 and 9 here. So which means this would be a naked single, has to be a 2. And now 9 has only 1 cell left. In box 5, 9 goes here and 1 goes here. And I've marked 1 in one of these 2 cells, which means 1 has to go here. A 3 goes here, so which means that this would be 3, that would be 7. And now row 6 can be completed. That would have to be a 9. And that gives me a 3 here. So 3, 5, 7, 9, 4, 6 and 8. This must be a 1, 2 pair, and which can be quickly resolved. That's a 1, that's a 2. So that is not a 2 anymore in column 2. So that's 5, 9. So 1, 2, 3, 6, 8, 9. So this must be a 4, 5, 7 triplet. So 7 cannot be here, so that's a 4, 5. 4 cannot go here, that's a 5, 7. And that would be 4, 5 and 7. So we are surely and steadily progressing towards the solution. And okay, that's nice. Look at these 3 cells, guys. There is a gorgeous triplet in there. In column 2, you have 5, 9 here, a 5, 7 here, and 7, 9 here. So 5, 7, 9 triplet is locked inside those cells. No other candidate can go, as obviously we have marked center candidates, which means this cell cannot be 5, and that would have to be a 6, and that has to be a 3 for the column, right? Okay, what do I do next? Okay, 7 in row 9 has only 1 cell left. 7 cannot be here. 7 has to go here. Look at this box. This is almost filled. 1, 4, 5, 6, 2 and 9. So you can place the 3 right away here. That becomes 3. That becomes 7 and that becomes 8. So box 2 is completed now. And now if I look at column 6, 1, 2, 4, 9, 3, 6, 7. So this must be a 5, 8 pair. So I have a 5, 8 pair here. So that's not 8. That's a 4. And now this would have to be a 2, 3 pair. And focusing on row 9, this cell has to take the candidates 5 or 8. So I have 1, 2, 7 here and a 5, 8 pair here. That's nice. So this cannot be 5, 8. So which means this would be 6 because of this 5, 8 pair. Okay, now the remaining digits are 1, 2, 6, 7, 5, 8. So they must be 3, 4, 9, right? Can I eliminate something? 4 cannot go here. A 3 cannot go here, so that's a 4 9. That's fine. And now let me go to, where do I go? Okay, 9 cannot go in column 3, 9 cannot go in row 1, so 9 must go in one of these two cells. Okay, there are lots of colors now, let me remove them. And which means that 9 in row 1 and 9 in row 3 are already there, so 9 goes in one of these two cells. So let me look at row 2 now. We have 1 4 7 8 2 and 3, which means that the remaining digits are 5 6 9, so this cannot be a 9, that's a 5 6. This cannot be 5, this would be 6 9, and that would be a 5 and a 9. Okay, so 1 3 5 6 and 2, this cannot be 8, this cannot be 9, so this would have to be 4 and 7. So the Sudoku is still sticking around. It has not raised yet. We have not yet raised to the solution. Okay, 6 must go in one of these cells, right? 6 cannot be in row 3, 6 cannot be in column 1. And look at this cell. This would have to be 4 5 8 because 9 cannot be going there. And you have 2 3 6 7 and 1 in the column already. So this would be 4 5 8. Is there a twist in the tail again? I just thought that the 1 and 2 would complete the Sudoku, but there seems to be something in the Sudoku. Okay, let's just keep writing candidates. You can't have 3 9 here, cannot have 1 4 6 7. This would be 2 5 8. Look at this cell, guys. Okay, let me write some candidates here before that. This must be 5 or 8 because you have a 5 8 here, and only possible candidates that can go here are 5 and 8, right? And 2 3 6 7 and 1, so which means this cannot be 1 2 3 6 7 and 9, so this would have to be 4 5 8. Am I seeing a skyscraper here? So 9 is in one of these cells and 9 is in one of these cells, which means that, okay, this is not a useful skyscraper. Oh, you have a triplet, guys. In row 1 you have 1 2 3 9 and you have 4 5 8 locked into these candidates, right? So which means that these two cells must take a 6 7 pair. This must be 6 7 and that must be a 6 7. That's beautiful. All right, so let's see where the Sudoku takes us. So there is only one cell without any pencil mark, so I'm going to mark that as well. So 1 3 5 6 2 and 9, so this must be 4 7 and 8. And now I have to see what I'm missing at this point. There are lots of by value candidates, guys, so there seems to be some tricky step here. Let me see. So I have 5 8 here, I have 5 9 here. Do I have an 8 9 somewhere? Nope. I have 5 in one of these two cells and 5 in one of these two cells. And again, I don't think it's really helping me. What am I supposed to see here? Okay, in row 3 I have 4 7 here, which means that 8 and 9 must go into these cells, right? Exactly, these two cells can take the 8. So I've made a corner pencil mark, which means I can eliminate 8 from here. So that's a 4 5, and now 8 must be in one of these two cells because we saw a triplet earlier. So 8 goes in one of these two cells, and okay, I have a 4 5 pair in column 1, so that's not a 4 and that's not a 5. So you have 8 9 pair now. Oh, this Sudoku keeps going, guys. Really awesome one. I didn't expect this. I thought this particular step will clinch the Sudoku, but there seems to be more. Now I'll just remove these corner pencil marks. They are a little bit annoying. So I'll remove the corner pencil marks here because we are at the final stages of the Sudoku and most of the cells have bi-value candidates. So there is some trick that we are yet to see here. Uh, Not certain, but the 9s appear really interesting, guys. So 9 is in one of these two cells, and uh, 9 is in one of these three cells. Okay, there seems to be something, although I'm not sure what is there. What am I supposed to see here? 5 9 8 9. Do we have a 5 8 somewhere? 7 9. Okay, we just need to think what is the technique that we are searching for at this point. Are we looking for a viving? Are we looking for something else? Not an easy task here, guys. Appears tricky. Okay, 4 goes in one of these cells. 4 goes in one of these cells. Okay, nothing much there. So I earlier noted this, right? 5 is in one of these two cells and 5 is in one of these two cells. It's not a useful logic. Do I need to see a chain? 3 9, 4 9, 5 9, 6 9. Okay, so much. So much is going on there. Let me see a clear logical step. Hmm. Okay. Okay, I'm not sure how to continue here, guys, and that's really embarrassing because I'm not seeing any logic here. Probably it's easier to guess, right? Much, much easier to guess. Not probably, it's actually the case. You can simply guess a digit and complete the Sudoku, but what is the logic here? And what is the technique that we need to use to complete the Sudoku? That is really difficult to see here. Okay, we saw this earlier, right? 9 is in one of these two cells and 9 is in one of these two cells. So which means I can eliminate 9 from here or 9 from here, but not a useful logic. Oh, we are perilously close to completing the Sudoku and yet seems to be very tricky. What is the step I'm missing? I'm missing. Sorry for this, guys. I'm honestly clueless how to continue here. 3949. I was hoping there is some XY wing, but that doesn't seem to be any XY wing here. Uh, do we need to do something with the 8s? 8 goes, okay, let me do some coloring. Although my intuition says it's not going to help me, but still I'm just doing that. So this is red, this is a green. Yeah, it's a useless step. I'm not going to continue along this line further. Let me see something else. 3 and 9, 8 and 9. I was just reading aloud these cells. 3, 9, 8, 9. What happens if this is a 9? There are many options. Oh, did I see something? Yes, guys. Very sharp step, guys. Very sharp step. Let me know if there is something better. Maybe you guys can let us know. Of course, we'd be happy to hear that. So what happens if this is a 9? Let's see what happens. This cell becomes 8, which means this would be a 2-5 pair and that would be a 6, right? Now look at this cell. We started with a 9 here, we ended up with a 6 here. So which means this cannot be 6 or 9. A ridiculously hard step, I would say. Very tough to see visually because there are so many tempting ways to continue the chain of thinking. Although it appears simple with only few digits left, seeing the logic here is what matters. So I was happy to notice this step. Maybe you guys can let me know if I had a moment of blindness here and there is something much easier in the grid. I'm not sure if there is some XY chain I'm missing. So for now I'm going to use this. This cannot be a 9. I will just repeat it briefly again. If this is a 9, this becomes 8 and you have a 2-5 pair here, and which means I end up with a 6 here, and both the 6 and 9 are eliminated. So this is not a 9. That has to be a 3. That becomes 4, 9. And now this cannot be a 9 because of the 4, 9 pair. So you get a 5 here, which means this becomes 2, 8 pair, and that becomes a 9 now, and that becomes 8. So this is not 8. That's a 4, 7. This has to be 9 for the row, and we can complete column 2. That's 7. You have 4, 5 here. All right, so should be over by now. 5 in column 7 can be filled. That's a 5. That's an 8. So this is 5. That is 8. That is 5. 2, 3 pair can be resolved. So 3, 2, and 2, 8 pair can be resolved. 2, 8. And okay, you have 5 here, so that's a 9. that gives a 6 here, 7 here, a 4 here, and box 3 can be completed. So 7 here gives me a 6 here, a 5 here, a 4 here, a 7 here, and 4 5 can be finished, and 4 and 9 can also be resolved quickly. And we have completed this Sudoku by Niverio. At the start, seeing the steps involving 1 and 2 in box 3 was hard, I would say. But once you found that the Sudoku was just rollicking until you stopped near the end, where it is so tempting to guess and complete the Sudoku. And of course, it's dead easy if you guess just right any candidate in a by-value cell, and you can just instantly finish the Sudoku. But seeing the logic, the thread of logic is what is challenging. And we hope you guys enjoyed seeing me solve the Sudoku. Please subscribe to the channel, guys. Many of you are watching without subscribing to the channel. We'd really appreciate if you hit the subscribe button, because that's what will keep us motivated. Unless you show us your support, it'd be really difficult for us to keep producing videos on a daily basis. So please subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching. Do like and comment under the video. See you soon with the video. Bye bye.